am 15 minutes to my first class. I have kuliah umum. It's just for today. And I have it from 8 to 10. Then from 10 to 11:40, I have history psychology. So, you know, we're gonna have like 3.5 hours of non-stop university, which is great. I still can't believe I'm a university student. Like, it still hasn't dawned on me that I'm not in high school anymore. Like, I think because everything's online, I don't feel the sense of transition that you're supposed to feel in college. And like, I know a lot of other people that are actually like moving out and going to in real life university, but I'm still online for the first semester. I'm nervous, excited. I just finished my first class, which is kuliah umum, and I didn't really pay attention, mostly because it's not like a mandatory class. I've been working on my Notion instead. From the parts I did pay attention to, it was pretty interesting. It was about like forensic psychology and the relation between psychology and law. And honestly, if it were in English, I'd probably listen to it more, because kuliah umum is for all the psych kids, not just international. So it was in Indonesian, and my Indonesian skills are a bit lacking, honestly. I have my next class in about 15 minutes. For the first day, the second class was like delayed by 15 minutes, so we could at least have a little break, which is nice. I'll probably read or something, I don't know. I also set up my digital planner. I did like everything except paying attention to this lecture. Hi, I just finished my first day as a university student, which is so weird. Class ended at 12:10. It ended a little bit later than it was supposed to, but it was actually a really interesting class. It was about the history of psychology, and I thought it was literally going to be like, here's all the different psychologists you need to remember and what they did, but it's actually more about like the intersection between philosophy and psychology and how like psychological schools of thoughts have evolved over time. So that actually sounds pretty interesting, and I'm a bit more excited about that class now. What was super annoying though is that my Wi-Fi for some reason in my room does not work on my desk, just specifically in like this 1 square foot area of my desk. The Wi-Fi does not want to connect, and so I was using my personal hotspot, but then I ran out of quotas, so I had to end up moving to the dining room to finish my lecture, which is not very ideal. I'm planning on getting a Wi-Fi extender. I also took notes on GoodNotes for the first time, which was super fun, and I think that I'm still trying to figure out my note-taking style, because that's something I sort of struggled with a lot in high school. It was like what sort of notes I want to take, because I have like a very basic like, you know, notebook note-taking style, if that makes sense. But like, do I want to do digital notes? Do I want to do active recall? Do I want to do mind maps? All that stuff. Within this first week, I sort of want to get that system down. They didn't share the lecture slides beforehand. They shared the syllabus beforehand, but not the lecture slides, so I couldn't annotate the lecture slides like I was planning to do for all my classes, but hopefully they do that like next week with all the other classes. Also, it's so weird to me for me to be finished with school before lunch, because you know, usually high school ends at 3. Just finished lunch. It was very yummy. My mom made some homemade beef soup. Oof, that's like a very underrated food in my opinion. Now I'm gonna go catch up on some YouTube and eat some chocolate while I fill in my new digital planner. I'm finally starting my digital planning journey. I'm in my Japan right now, trying to do the stuff for the buku angkatan, and my Wi-Fi's really bad, which is really annoying, because I just want to call from bed, but it's not working, and I really don't want to do this out. And I need to find people to call with, because I need to call like 60 people. We'll be literally just call, screenshot, and then send our info in the chat after. This whole purpose for the activity was to get to know each other better, but we're literally just speedrunning this stuff. I just finished a bunch of the video calls for the buku angkatan project. It's honestly so low-key draining. Basically, I sent a message to the big group chat like, hi, is anyone free to video call? I'm from group 7 if you need anyone from group 7. So basically like at least 10 people messaged me like right away, and I was like just calling every single one of them. So a lot of them just like added me, and they're like, hey, can you call right now? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then we call for like a minute, screenshot, the next person, and next person, the next person, and I'm just, it feels wrong. It feels kind of rude, because like these are people that I've barely met, and then we're just like saying like hi, screenshot, okay, done. So like this past month I've kind of been having culture shock because of like the language barrier in a sense, because English is my first language. But going to UI, obviously everyone's first language is Indonesian. And I didn't take Indonesian for the past 2 years. I took Spanish instead. And I only speak to like my family and friends in English, mostly like 99% of the time. So when we started doing like ospec and stuff, and I had to talk to people who's in regular, it was weird for me to like adjust to like the social norms of Indonesian, because I can understand Indonesian pretty fine, but speaking and writing felt so nerve-wracking, especially because the only context in which I learned Indonesian was in school, like academically, and obviously no one speaks formally in real life. It's weird seeing how my Indonesian language usage has evolved. I started using more acronyms, more, you know, shortened words, more slang, but I still don't know how to address myself. If you're Indonesian, you probably know this, but if you're not Indonesian, basically in Indonesian, like from my perspective, there's like 3 different ways you can say me and you. So there's saya anda, which is super formal. I only ever really say that if I'm like in a formal context. And there's aku kamu, which is a bit more casual. And there's gue lo, which like feels weird saying out loud because that's super casual, and I don't feel comfortable saying that yet. But like aku kamu also can have negative connotations sometimes, I've heard. So I genuinely do not know how to talk to people and address myself, because all of our ospec meetings and stuff were in Indonesian, right? Because especially like ospec fakultas, that's all in Indonesian. So when I finally like started class and it was in English, I was like felt a sigh of relief. It's not that I don't understand the ospec stuff, it's just nice to have that familiarity of joining a Zoom and everyone speaking English. Rami! Rami!
Bye.
Bye! Hi, so it's like 4:50ish and I've changed into shorts because it's time for me to go play badminton. I've been playing badminton every day with my cousins for like almost the past 2 months. Not every single day, but every day that most of us are free, we play badminton. Hi, it's like 6:48 p.m. I just showered like a while ago. This first week of university is very much just experimental. I need to like sort of figure out how everything is. At least it's not super early. Our earliest class is 9, which is still pretty early, but like still early enough for me to eat breakfast. I'm super happy with my Notion. I'm so obsessed with looking at it. I need to add a couple things, but I'm super happy with how it looks. It's 10 o'clock and I literally just did nothing since the last time I filmed. I'm gonna do some work and work on my buku angkatan because I've got a lot of photos of people and I need to insert that and all their like names and all the bio data and stuff. Hi, I have class in literally 10 minutes, but I don't even have the Zoom link yet. Our like class coordinator hasn't gotten any information from the professor yet, so I'm just waiting. I also made this iced coffee. Honestly, took way too much of my time and it's not even that good. So I'm just gonna finish drinking it because I accidentally made a lot. I'm very not excited for class because it's from 10 a.m. to 1:30. I have no idea if there's gonna be a break in between, but sitting in a lecture for 3.5 hours doesn't sound very fun. So I'm just gonna keep an open mind, try my best to concentrate. Also, the class we have is integrated character building, which I also don't really understand what the subject's about, but it's a general education course, so everyone at OE has to take it. I just know that it helps you build a better character, hence the name integrated character building. And also, like, this class is 4 credits, so I cannot fail this class. Hi, it's like 10:30 right now and I am not in class yet because we've had a miscommunication. So we all thought there was one integrated character building class, and our like class coordinator basically made a group for all of us, and then she made a WhatsApp group with the lecturer. So then the lecturer is like, okay guys, you like send me your name for roll call, and then all 50 of us sent our names. He's like, I'm confused because in this group there's 50 of you and 50 of you have replied, but according to my list I only have 26 students. So we're like, what the fuck? So he sent us like the list of the students that were supposed to be in his class, and we're like, oh, okay. and the rest of us that weren't in his class, we left and made our own group. I checked and the lecture that was in the WhatsApp group wasn't supposed to be the lecture that I had according to my CF. Now we're trying to contact our lecturer because it was supposed to start at 10 and I hope he's not waiting because we genuinely do not know what to do. Hi, so my camera's charging and I'm filming this on my phone. How this class works is basically, it's not a 3.5 hour lecture like I thought it was going to be, thankfully. We're given a bunch of materials, you have to read it. We have like a 30-minute Zoom. And then after that Zoom, we do more work. I did some of the readings. It was still 11:30. It was like 3 different documents, but one of them was 2 pages, one of them was 4 pages, one of them was 6 pages. But it was actually pretty interesting because it was talking about like the learning process. And like, I know this is like a general education course, like everyone at UE has to take it, but I think this is actually very relevant to psychology. I'm reading through like my EMA site. EMA stands for e-learning management system. And I finally got logged into the one for my class today. The Zoom was also postponed, so it's supposed to start at 11:30, but we're starting at 12. I'm looking through like some of the documents and stuff he told us to read for like the next session. It's not like just like looking at the titles of the document. And I'm realizing this class is a lot like TOK. And I wasn't very good at TOK. I really liked TOK, but I didn't do very well in the assignments. And I don't necessarily know what the assignments are. Hopefully like my previous psychology and TOK knowledge will help me in this class. So thanks, Ivy. I have like 20 minutes until the Zoom, so I really want to try and finish this book. So reading this book, I bought it at Big Bad Wolf like last year. It's not that good of a book, but I just want to get it over with. I only have a little bit left. So I have the most stressful Zoom experience ever. So the Wi-Fi in my room just for some reason is so bad, but like on my laptop, especially like on my iPad, like it's not super good, but like at least it's still connected to the Zoom, right? And so I was trying to connect to my laptop and then it just wouldn't even connect. Like I would connect it and then I would say connection failed and I put in the password and it wouldn't work. And so like I have 2 like Wi-Fi sources. I have like my actual Wi-Fi. Didn't even like show up, didn't even work. Like it said I couldn't join. And then my other one, which is my Orbit, as I explained before what an Orbit is, it wouldn't work. Like nothing would work. And then I had to like restart my laptop twice and I restarted it and I opened it and like it finally got up. So I connected it to my monitor and it didn't work. So I ended up having to do my whole Zoom session from my iPad. I still technically am in class, but just not in the Zoom because we have like a group discussion. I'm just like really stressed about like Wi-Fi. I want to have like a dedicated setup. Like I have this whole ass desk and I can't even do school from it and I can't even use my nice monitor and a webcam because of Wi-Fi issues. Because of the Wi-Fi issues and me like trying to do all the stuff on my laptop while I'm joining the Zoom from my iPad, I ended up not really paying attention. So I kind of don't really know what we're doing right now. So I need to go figure that out.
Can you take a video of us singing happy birthday? Ruthie made this cake.
Wow, it's so pretty.
It's okay.
What did you get for your birthday?
Wow! Happy birthday, Rami.
Yeah.
Do you like it? Wow. Well, what's that?
Balance board.
A balance board? How does it work? Can you balance on it, Safi? Whoa!
Morning guys, class starts in like 3 minutes. Just waiting for the host to start this meeting. My lecturer did say that the Zoom was only for the first hour and the rest of the time was like asynchronous tasks. I'm very sleepy if you cannot tell. 9 a.m. My Zoom just finished. Class isn't actually over because we do have like some materials to read and we have like a quiz on the material, but the quiz isn't gonna close till Sunday, but I do want to get it done soon. And also I just found out that we don't have mid-semester breaks, so I'm trying to cope with that. Now we have like our asynchronous tasks. I just finished lunch and I have class in like 10 minutes. I'm just gonna wear this shirt over my t-shirt. I don't really know if there's like a dress code because obviously it's online college, so I don't think they're gonna be too angry about it. But one of my teachers did say that you should wear like actual clothes and not t-shirts. So I started contacting some castings to interview for my aspect task.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
I came to give you your book
Okay.
because you forgot it.
Thanks, Cecilia.
I was like, who are you talking to?
I've also kind of figured out my Wi-Fi issue because for some reason it doesn't want to connect when I'm plugged into my monitor, but when my monitor's not plugged in, it's perfectly fine. So I think for today I'll just not use the monitor because I really do not want to deal with the stress of all that stuff. Class starts in 5 minutes. We have research, methods, and descriptive statistics. I just finished my last class for today. It was pretty fun. It was pretty chill. It was basically just them like going through the syllabus, going through like what we're gonna do for the semester, and then we played a fun little Kahoot and I got 2nd place. So that means I'm gonna get a prize. I don't know what the prize is. If it comes during this week, you will see in this vlog. Anyways, I have to do some reading for my other class. I have a 13-page reading today and then I have to read a chapter for my other classes, so I'm gonna really try to get my readings done ahead of time. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you sniffing? Huh? Why are you like, God, this cat, he's so fat, guys. Anyways, I'm wearing this mic because the mic on these headphones aren't like super good. Like they're okay, but they're a bit muffled. So that's why I've been wearing my hair up, but they're still a bit muffled, so I'm just gonna wear this for the time being. Hi, so it's about 5 p.m. I did a couple calls for my buku angkatan. I was gonna try and do a lot, but having 2 classes today really drained me. And like, even though the classes were super simple today, like we didn't like actually try to learn new things, it was still really tiring. So I only ended up doing like 2 interviews. I just didn't really feel like doing a lot, but hopefully I can get that done. I'm just so excited for aspect stuff to be over. I'm so tired of that stuff. But we don't have any Zoom link or like any instructions on what to do, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Anyways, I kind of look really gross right now because I want to shower after class. Just finished class. While we were doing like the introductions in class, I wasn't really paying attention until you called my name. So I was like looking at this essay competition I want to join, and I'm like, should I? Would it be a good idea? I'm like, why not? So My oldest sister from Melbourne sent us a package like a while ago, and it's finally here. So we're gonna open it. I'm so excited. She told us some things she got us, but I don't know.
I remembered something I'm really excited for. Happy birthday, Nana. I made this for you, Sophia.
Little birthday card from my 3-year-old niece and my mom.
I think this is Sophia, Mommy, Daddy, and Roni.
Some drawings. Indonesia was the Olympic medal. Oh, wait, I want to frame these.
We got Sophia stickers.
My sister drew these. Oh my god, I'm gonna put these on my
Okay, I think this is for Nofal.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for Ian. What's this? It's from Milligram. What is it? Oh yeah, she got us vouchers.
Oh yeah,
I forgot which one's mine.
I will figure it out later.
I forgot which one I chose. Oh my gosh.
We got some pop. Can I help you some preservative?
Okay.
This one's for you.
This is for me. Thanks, Kaka. Oh, I think this is for Ibrahim.
Oh, it's for my cousin's son.
This is some makeup.
Oh, this is the ColourPop sheet too. Yeah, she's telling us she was getting us this. Oh, it's the Sailor Moon one.
This is what I remember that I was excited for. It's so
There's a blush.
cute. I didn't even open it. Oh, it has Luna on it. I don't even want to use this.
What's such a pretty color though? So like it has different images when you move it. Oh my god. And Brownie's going in the box.
Pretty. And then we got some lipsticks. Oh, it's from Flower.
Should we go with Ian?
Ow, Brownie hit me. Ah.
Pet him again.
Kind of scary.
Yay, thank you, Kaka. I'm in the Zoom for my EDS interview. EDS as in the English Debating Society at UE. Interviewer's not here yet, but this is my setup. I have a lamp here because my lighting for Zooms hasn't been good. I have this little microphone because the mic on these headphones are kind of muffled. Makes me feel more professional. And I'm wearing my yellow jacket, mostly because I need this to grip onto something, because if I put this here, I don't want it to be close to my mouth. Anyways, a little bit nervous. I don't know what kind of questions they're gonna ask. I bet they're gonna ask me to do a SWOT analysis of myself, because that was what I was asked in my last 2 interviews, and I did some for Fashion Week. I haven't heard back from one of the divisions I applied to, so I don't know if I should follow up on that. Hey, I just finished my interview. It actually went pretty good. The interviewer was really chill. I really liked her. I really hope that I get in. I think I have a good chance of getting in. And they actually made me do a little mini debate, or like do a little mini debate speech. The question they gave me was this house believes that the LGBTQ plus community should actively boycott Harry Potter, and like I can see them from both sides, but I decided to go against the motion. And I think that like points were good, but I feel like I could have structured the speech better, but obviously it's my first time debating for over like a year and a half, so I'm not gonna beat myself up about that. I really hope I get in, honestly, guys. And also the button off my just came off of my Jacqueline. I'm gonna go do my quiz for academic writing. Starts in like 2 minutes, and I forgot that there was a reading today, and I woke up at 8:30 and class starts at 9. I had to read a whole chapter, so I basically just skimmed the summary. I didn't really read it that well, so hopefully I don't die today, but hopefully the teacher's nice, because it's the first day of this class, so hopefully she's a bit more understanding. I finished my Zoom session, and we technically still have to do like watch a lecture and do a little Kahoot quiz, and I'll just do that later because I'm very hungry. So I'm gonna make some breakfast and then I need to start watching the lecture. It's 15 minutes long. For online university, it's a lot of work you have to do outside of the Zooms. He's like, yeah, I did like online high school, but it's like not the same. You didn't have to do the reading for today, thankfully, so I'll have to do that later. Quiz closes at 6 and I have like 2 interviews today, so I'm gonna really need to start watching it soon, and I haven't even prepared for my interview today, like made the questions and stuff. So I realized I have so much shit to do today and I'm gonna lay out what I have to do. So first of all, I have an interview in an hour. I need to make questions for that. I have an interview in 4 hours and I have another interview in 5 hours. I need to make questions for that, and I have to do a reading and watch a 15-minute lecture and do a quiz all before 6 p.m. And then before midnight I need to do the write-ups for these 2 interviews I'm doing today and the interview I did yesterday. Reflecting upon today so far, I really need to work on my time management skills because that sounds like a lot of stuff to do, but I think once I get it done, once I like break it down, I can do it. Lecture. I'm taking a little break and I'm gonna do this chapter. I'm going to try to read all of it, but I don't know how long that'll take me, so I'm just gonna do it until 3:45 and then take the quiz, because my teacher did say that you can survive the quiz just by watching the lecture. I just finished my first interview of the day. It was nice. Like, these interviews are fun because like these cutting are being like very nice and very like giving us a lot of good advice. But it's like we have to do 20 of these interviews in less than a month, and for us we have to do it in 3 weeks because we started kind of late. I just finished the Kahoot quiz for my class, and honestly, like, so far I actually enjoy the content of this class. It's pretty similar, like, content-wise, to what we did in IB. It's pretty interesting. We're learning about sense and perception, and guess what? I'm number 1 on the scoreboard. So unless someone beats me in the next 42 minutes, I got the best score. I still have to do my write-ups for my interviews, which I'm very much not looking forward to. Now I've got this done, I can sort of chill, and then I have my write-ups due at midnight, which hopefully I can get done before midnight.